What is going on, guys? It is your girl Janiqua A, and I am back with another reading for you guys. If no one told you guys today, I love you, and I know all your dreams and aspirations matter, because they do. If no, I was about to say if nobody told, I was about to say it again. Well, maybe I need to hear that again. All right, we are sticking to the everyday enchantment tarot. I think these images are really, really cool, and it's easy for you guys to understand the reading by the cards. That's one of the most important things to me. For you guys to understand and follow along and, create your own way of how that applies to your life. And it's easier by really having imagery. You know what I'm saying? As you get to like the card meanings. But these cards are very thick. That's one thing. This deck, it's so beautiful, but it's thick. So I'm going to split my last reading. I split it in two, and I counted to 9. And whatever pile I choose or land on, that's the deck that that's the pile we're going to read from. All right. So let's tap in and let's see what you guys need to know. Let's cut them. Right. When I used to play spades, they used to be very, very strict on cutting the cards. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. The left deck got chosen last reading too. So I'm hearing left hand path. Spirit, give me more on this energy. Or you're taking the opposite direction. You know how everybody goes the right way? You might be testing the waters. You might be into some sort of mysterious or mystery, or like taking risks, or wanting to see what's in the opposite direction. That's a good way of thinking. Ooh. Sheesh. All right. Somebody has had it up to here. All right. The 8 of Swords is anxiety. All right, just trying to mentally hold it together. There's so much distractions, or what seems like distractions. They can't get a peace of mind. All right, because they do have responsibilities. You know, when we choose to have kids, especially when we choose to have dogs, you hear me, coming from somebody that got into rescue and created and went and filed my 501c3 just because I like dogs. I came into this situation like this. You hear me? When I started to get dogs, I was just getting them because I just really felt bad for them. And one of the big things I've learned owning my own rescue and being a part of other people's rescue is that you gotta have tough skin. You gotta know, like, you cannot save every dog, all right? Because if you take on that responsibility, you can't just throw the dog back out. You know, you're a rescuer. So back to this image. Yes, we be stressed out. Yes, we be overwhelmed. Yes, we had it up to here. But there's nobody else in this picture but the kids and the dogs. So you then have to ask yourself, were you ready for this responsibilities? All right, that you now have that you don't want no more. Or it's giving you just so much anxiety to where it's sucking the fun out of everything. Now, for those of you guys that don't have children or animals, this could just be anything that you've chose to be responsible for. And it requires you to take on a real responsibility. And you can't just leave it. And now you're tired of it. So if it's not a baby and dogs, it's just something where you can't just throw out because you've taken on that huge responsibility. Like, I can't just throw my dogs out. I can't just be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to clean. Yeah, sometimes I get in the 8 of Swords, all right? But I quickly snap back because I love them. And I love them unconditionally. And you know, it's just simple. And this is the responsibility I chose. Kids, it's either you learn how to be a parent and you love it, or you're gonna always hate it. All right? Literally, our kids need us. And a lot of times, people have children with the wrong people. But it's not even that, because I'm not even with mine. I love them. We are literally cool. Everybody's relationship is not like mine with them, with y'all kids' father. But, people got into relationships or had babies with, now it's became a real responsibility, or now they became invasive, or you can't just throw away that responsibility. You got to attend. You got to attend to your responsibilities. And making a permanent decision based off of temporary emotions. Like, you think you love that person. It feels like that person going to be a good father or a good mother. And then boom, that temporary feeling of lust or desire, and not realizing that act on that emotion is going to land you into having a baby, a permanent responsibility. That's what it is. These are permanent responsibilities that somebody is going, but they can't deal with it. And it's not that they can't do it right now. It's saying with this new moon, they feel like they can't even experience the new moon energy right now. They can't even experience, because all of the permanent responsibilities that they've chose to make and take on, like a child or a dog, or in this case, it could just be anything in your life where y'all just can't throw it away. Literally, it don't have to be this. All right. And if you don't have the time, even with animals, when I opened up my rescue, it was through COVID. But my plans was to I started to like dogs. I started to see that I was really good at rescuing. I started to get hit to taking on the responsibilities. After a while, cleaning up poop, it became life to me, because I just enjoyed it. This was a long-term plan, and I knew, even though I didn't all the way know what to do, I was just prepared to take on a lifelong responsibility of doing this. Like taking care of dogs. But some people get dogs. A lot of people got dogs during COVID. Some shelters was out of dogs. You hear me? That was a good thing for us rescuers. All right, but guess what? As soon as COVID, the ban got lifted and people start going to work, guess what? They took them. A lot of the people took those animals back to the shelter because they was too busy with their lives. They did not care, or they just cared about themselves more instead of the dog feeling, because now you're bringing them back to the shelter after you committed. So I'm just giving you things on what can happen when you make a permanent decision based off of temporary emotions. All right, through COVID time, we are bored, we need love. So what better way to use love than to get a dog? All right, that's selfishness, actually. This might be a lesson on taking on responsibilities, because at the moment it benefits you and it feels good to you, and then when it's time to take real responsibility with that thing, it don't feel good no more, because now it's cutting into your time. Okay? The 9 of Wands. Somebody's like, I wish I would have never, how when you're like, I wish I would have never got these dogs. But this is just the energy that really feel like that. All right, that really feel like whatever permanent responsibilities for a lot of you guys, whoever this is, even if it's you guys, y'all may not have even thought it was going to be a permanent responsibility. Y'all wasn't even thinking that far. Sometimes when we in a groove, we're not thinking that far on we got to really take care of a baby for 18 months. I mean, 18 months, I wish. 18 years legally. We're not thinking about, when we go get a pet, we're not really thinking about when they get older, they're going to be peeing, they're going to want to be a dog, they're going to be biting stuff. That's just their nature. They're going to bark. We just think about, oh, they're so cute as a puppy. We're not even thinking that far. So these are consequences that unfortunately are coming to the surface now as we are in this new moon energy of decisions that was made from temporary emotions. All right, that they are now receiving the consequences for. They don't feel good no more. Before it feel good, and now this is just a spanking saying, you got to deal with this. And this is serious things that's in somebody's life or in your life that they cannot just throw away. Because they took on. All right, even like with babysitting. You know how when you babysit and you just want the money, or you thought it was, you try to help and then the baby want to be like crying, you don't really know what to do as a parent, you're not a parent or something like that, and now you wishing like, I can't do this. But see, with that, you could give the baby back. With that, you could leave and you could go home. That's why, if you want to practice out with things, practice first. Anything that you do, practice with the responsibility first. Because these are permanent decisions that comes with permanent responsibilities for right now. All right. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, if they feel like they're being held back from a new start. All right. Let's get more into your reading with the next tarot. Spirit, give me more on this energy, this Nine of Swords. They just want to not think about responsibilities. They don't want to be surrounded by so much noise and distractions in their head. All right. They might even be restricted to do things the way they want because of the responsibilities, these whatever responsibilities they are. It's restricting them to feel free. You know how when you can't just go out? All right. Even with me, like, I can't just go on vacation without paying somebody to come here or anywhere I'm at to watch my dogs. And I'm not just getting anybody. All right, I'm making sure y'all love my dogs. All right, and I trust y'all because they get treated a certain way. All right. So but it restricts me from being able to just get up and go. All right, and that's not even my kids. So you see how you take on responsibilities that act or play a part as something that serious. So this is what's happening. So let's see if we can help, right? Let's see if I can help you guys. Spirit, give me more on this energy and what my everythings need to know. There may be some assistance coming in. You need some prioritize just you right now. The Empress. You may want to go out with people. Look, the Nine of Cups. Bang. All right, so the Empress is actually the opposite. And this might be a continuation to my last reading. I just did a reading with this same cards and the Empress came out. It's just coming out as the second. The Empress came out first in my last reading that I'm uploading. All right, and now it's just coming out in a second position. All right. So this is not the Empress. The Empress creates a lavish and healthy, nurturing environment for the love of her life and her offsprings and the people that she has around her. She literally makes sure that everybody around her is content and needs nothing and is filled with love and feels safe. Right now, this is y'all and y'all Empress energy. All right. This might be somebody that want to go out. It's, again, this is my ruffle feathers card. If y'all see this card if I use this deck, y'all always, if this Empress come out, it's like ruffling feathers. All right. It's also looking back or over your shoulder. But there's a different type of energy here. One is being able to hold up that title as mother. One is able to balance out her personal life and her family life. She's able to still follow her dreams and her career because she needed to learn how to create a system that has her family and her personal responsibilities taken care of, which is like the Empress's mother, so like kids or even things, one of the Empress qualities is she's not just a mother. She just doesn't confine her love, her resources, and her nurturing to just her kids and her family and her relatives. She shares that universally. All right. And when you do that, you get more support because you've helped people even when they down or when they need. It's just a payback. So in Empress energy, you've embodied, you've mastered how to take care of those kids and still live your life. And that might call you to step into the Queen of Swords. That might call you to stop having or taking on these permanent responsibilities without you being able to sustain it. You know, the Empress is at a level where she sustains life. She grows it. She evolves it. Everything she touches, she waters it. All right? It's going to grow. It's going to grow always. Wherever the Empress at, things grow. All right? So this might be somebody even coming in to like give you a different outlook on how you can manage being a mom or how you can manage your permanent responsibilities and what you really want to do, because the Empress she free. All right? She free. All right? She done put things in place to where, ain't nothing stopping her from her goals. All right? But she also loves to be a mother. She also knows that that's what she signed up for. She also loves the feeling of giving them something to lead by. Like, it starts from home. So she's not just a parent. She's a mother. You know what I'm saying? She's the mother. Mother to all. She's not confined. She doesn't just confine, again, her food, her resources, just to people that she know locally. No, anybody in need, all right? And the Empress is not stupid. All right, the Empress is not pouring into anything that is not pouring into her. All right, if she's pouring into those dogs giving her some sort of equal satisfaction. If she's pouring into those kids is listening to her. All right, they're being respectful to her. They are showing her the same amount of respect and love, or else she will cut them resources off. That's the type of mother she is. All right, she's not definitely around no man. All right, that is nothing less than an emperor or a king or somebody that just values her. Y'all know what I'm getting. All right. That's what makes her the Empress. That's how she's able to stay in that role when she has order in her life, when she has control. You got to have control over those kids. You got to teach those kids how to be loving and kindness and respectful. You got to teach those kids how to ask questions. You got to teach those kids things to do around the house, how to cook, how to clean, things, earthly things that can't be taught in school. They don't even teach that in school no more. You got to water things that you know that has potential to grow. And you also have to know to stop watering it when it's not producing fruit. That is how the Empress is also. And remains in control over her life and stays filled with nourishment. So I don't know what's going on here. But the Empress is out here. The Empress is completely opposite from this. She would have, I don't know, put on some calming music. She would have let that baby cry, all right, and did her makeup because the baby's safe, all right? She would have put them dogs in a case, something, all right? Or it would have never even got this far because she would have got control over it. She's mother of creation, Empress. So I don't know who this is, but you coming out as mother. All right, Spirit, give me more on this energy. So how is this connection with this Empress and whoever's in this Eight of Swords energy? You might be coming in as a guide. They might need to learn from you. Again, they might want to be in your energy. They might want to be involved in the activities that you're doing. But unfortunately, they can't because you took the steps to make sure everything was in place so you could go out. You took the steps to make sure everything was in place so you could get this type of attention and recognition from others. You don't have nothing holding you back. That don't mean you don't have no responsibilities. And everything is not supposed to be dealt like a responsibility. Like if you have kids, regardless if you get tired or not, you're not supposed to make your kids feel like a responsibility. If you got dogs, I'm coming full whole heart for my dogs. You're not supposed to make your dogs feel like a responsibility and keep them in a cage all day or beat them every time. No, you knew, if you would have did your research, that dogs bark. That dogs do. It stinks. All right. That you got to train them and sometimes they don't listen. A baby cry. All right, instead of saying, I should have never had this, or I got to do this, it stopped in my life when you had that baby. All right, look up ways to be more excited to attend to that baby, because it is hard as a mother. But let me tell you, it is the most rewarding thing right now in my experience as a mother. I get told all the time, and I tell even by my kids, how much of a great mother I am. And it's not about material. All right? Because one of my kids don't need nothing from me. All right? It's about the relationship we have. Literally, y'all. I love my kids, but I respect them. I literally listen to them. I sometimes don't like what they say, but I listen to them. I make them feel heard. I even correct some of my ways if it bothers them or makes them feel uncomfortable. Anything to make them feel safe. Anything to make them feel loved unconditionally. Even their friends. I do the same thing with everything in my life. That's what makes me an empress. That type of nurturing that I give, unconditional love, that's not with just my kids. That's what every single thing I choose to take on. All right, my man, if I choose to take on a man, all right, that's why they be so distraught when I leave them. All right, they be messed up, but they don't attack me. They don't call me out my name. They be trying to just get me back. And sometimes it be hard to say no, but I be saying no. You know what I'm saying? So, she finds ways to be a mother to all things. And when you get in a groove of that, you just feel, instead of treating things like a responsibility, treat it with love. And you may think you're treating it with love, but it wouldn't feel like this. There's some sort of control. You got to create a system, because these responsibilities ain't going nowhere. You could benefit from a lot from whoever this empress is, for real. Because look at her. She got her hair done. She got her nails done. She looking good. She might have even did all of that herself. You know, the empress is creative. You hear me? But look at the essence. Look at the two differences. For some of you guys, this could even be y'all. Y'all done learned how to manage. Y'all done learned how to balance out y'all personal life and y'all family life. Y'all career life and y'all family life. All right? Y'all done balanced out. So you could teach somebody about it. You know, you can't teach nothing unless you've been through that before. Like, for real. You cannot give no type of wise counsel or any type of opinion if you literally have not been in that same situation. All right? And that's one of the gifts of an empress. She's been through it. She's been fed up. She's been used. She's been alone. She's been feeling like just the emotional weight is on her. That's why you got to learn how to tap into your Queen of Wands sometime. You got to learn, like, you're not supposed to destroy the ego. All right. The death card only comes when you're doing too much. All right. And Spirit got to teach you a lesson. But if you gain learn. I can't tell you, I don't have all the answers. But if you really get a hold of what life is and how to play this game, all right, you'll be good. You'll manage. You'll want more kids. Like, it's just these crazy ass men. But I want a lot of kids. You hear me? I want a lot of kids. And I actually like that experience of how we make kids. Okay. So, Spirit, how is this connected? Give me more on this Eight of Swords. How is this Empress connected to whoever's in this energy? The Temperance. Showing how to balance things out. Showing that your life is not over, but you have to take accountability and control over the choices you make to create these permanent, you have to learn. You can't just sit in that. You can't settle. You can't feel defeated. All right. But you have to learn to not make permanent decisions based off of temporary emotions. It's like having this Empress around you, all right, is giving you this spiritual lubrication, baby. All right. So being a parent, all right, or being a caregiver, or being a wife, all right, it's satisfying. All right. Learn how to play that role seductive with Big Daddy. All right. You want more kids? Come here. All right. The Temperance is showing. All right. And for those of you guys, if this is just one person, baby, you done balanced it out. All right. You said, I am not living a life like this. I'm too beautiful. I'm too abundant. I got too much talent. All right. I got too much dreams. I'm going to figure it out. All right? I'm going to do what needs to be done spiritually and on a material level to get to this Empress. And voila, this season, this new moon. All right, as we are entering October, you will reap the rewards of feeling like the Empress. All right, you will have the privileges, all right, of the Empress. The doors that is opening for you only requires Empress energy. All right, and that's you. So, and this is going to allow you to have more, because you can manage the weight of the responsibilities of the Empress. Even if you don't have kids, there are going to be kids. If you hold the title as an Empress, there are going to be things in your life where people are going to need you. It's up to you to learn when to cut it off, because they're draining you. You got to take that role with pride. It's like, you know, people be having the Empress role, but don't have the Empress life. And that's why I always say, be careful. You know, just because you're a mother, your goal is to not just live for your children. Live for yourself. Because if you're not living for yourself, how are you even going to live for your children? All right? Literally. All right, so Spirit, give me more on this 8 of Swords. Give me more on this energy. The 2 of Cups. They want to go out. They want to live this life as the Empress, right? But they cannot manage. It's like they cannot even walk a mile in your shoes. That's what I'm hearing. And I don't even know if this is you. All right. If this part is you, I'm sorry. I got to say what I need to say. Y'all my babies, but however y'all resonate, I don't know how y'all resonating. But they want to walk and they want to feel and do the things that this Empress is doing. But they cannot even handle a little bit of what responsibilities come along with what she had to manage. This might even be a role model. This might be a mentor. This might be somebody y'all just looking up to. But like this, see, the Empress is like this. The Empress is in temperance energy. The Empress is celebrating. She is accomplishing a lot. She's taking trips. A lot of the things that she has been putting in and working towards in her life to change and to do better and to be solid here on earth is paying off right now. All right, that's basically what this is saying. It's paying off for whoever this Empress is. All right, and whoever is in this, I don't know, this might be a dream for them, or this might be a dream, or this might be somebody that they actually is able to see or look up to, and they want to do it. This is being shown. That's why they like this. They can't do it. All right, they want to do it, and instead of being like, you know what, I'll go out another night, I'm gonna just sit back, watch Netflix. Like I'm gonna pamper myself while I take care of these kids, or just try to get in the mood. They literally are contemplating at that window about what this Empress is doing, or dreaming about this, about some sort of fun. They want to be this on vacation, you know, but this Empress, her kids on that vacation, you just don't see them. Okay? Literally. And that's what Virgo energy is. It's learning how to have fun, but also have structure. All right? Just because you have kids, just because you have dogs, that don't mean you can't go on vacation. Some people fly their dogs out. It's either you're going to deal with it or not, or settle. All right? Like I said, this Empress, don't think somebody probably got the kids, or whatever event this is. All right? Best to believe they either got a seat or they well taken care of. But those responsibilities were taken care of before they even made those plans. All right. If this is like a trip, if this is being watched and the Empress is being watched on luxury vacations, believe this. If she got kids or any type of permanent responsibilities that she can't give to nobody, Virgo energy, attending to your own. You can't give certain responsibilities to nobody. You don't want everybody watching your kids. I don't even play with my dogs like that. Y'all, where you see my dogs? Y'all don't even see me nowhere. When I'm dancing and stuff, I'll be by myself. And I'm fine with that. All right? The friends I do have, they busy making money. Okay? They busy off their own careers. But best to believe, okay, just because you don't see it, that don't mean it's not there. Just because you don't see the kids, just because you don't see the responsibilities of her taking care of things, she's just making it look easy. That's a skill. That's something that you have to learn. Okay? You can't just want the kids because you want somebody to call you mommy and daddy and it look good. And then now you gotta, no. All right. So it's like somebody want that role of empress. Somebody want to be in this energy of taking, traveling, cheersing, sipping freaking mimosas, accomplishments, being big mama, mother of creating a luxurious life, but still have responsibilities. Somebody they can't do it right now. They want to, all right, but the responsibility they can't manage. So be careful what you pray for, because God will give you what you want just to show you you're not even ready. All right, just to show you you're not even ready. All right, God will give you a baby just to show you you're not even probably going to end up with that man, or not even end up with that man. That man don't have no intentions on taking care of that baby, because let me tell you, I am not with my kids' fathers. But let me tell you, they stand up. You hear me? And that gives me the quality and the experience and the opportunity to do whatever I want. My money. Like they taking on that responsibility. They not asking me, oh, why you asking me? Sometimes it be like, all right, but they still give it to me. I'm still big mama. All right. They have girlfriends. I respect their girlfriends. I would never ever call their, phone, and it's just mutual respect. We love each other. Did I know it was going to be like that? I'm blessed. I did not know it was going to be like that. I didn't know I was going to leave them. Yes, I left both. It was me. Okay, I do the leaving. No, I just laid, but yeah, that's definitely what happened. Okay, but they still take care of business because they know that I have those kids by myself. All right, and obviously they respect me enough to not even let me do that by myself. All right, because just because you got kids with somebody, if they don't like you like that, they will not do nothing for that child. And that also goes to show you how much I respect them too. I know I need them. So I am not about to be calling them out they name. I am not about to be calling their wives or their girlfriends and disrespecting them. Because if I do that, I'm not going to get what I want. I'm also going to mess that up for my daughter or my son. Okay? And when I respect them like that, I get more. All right? When I create a healthy and a luxurious environment for them with the money that I get, all right, it makes them feel like she's doing what she got to do. So it makes them want to give me more money. That's all a part of the Empress. Learning how to steward over things well, not just getting stuff from people. There's plenty of men that take care of their child, but the women just be splurging it. And my priorities just set up different right now. But that took time. It takes time. Maybe somebody wanting this life right now and not really understanding the time and the patience and just the learning how to create while you got these responsibilities. That take practice. But just yearning for this life and wanting to give everything up and just wishing you skip here, that's going to be too hard. Look, the 6 of Wands. All right, this is a trophy wife. It's like the performance, how you perform in the roles that you play as mother, in your profession, as friend, as caretaker, as a woman of God. Trophy goes to you. But in order to win a trophy, you got to master a skill, right? So you got to master, if you want to be a mother, you don't just want to be a mother. You want to be a stable mother. You want to be a mother that has security, that could afford things, so that way you won't be penny pinching. You want to give your children, right? You done mastered that skill. A mother to your friends, a mother to the people around you that needs uplifting and nurturing. All right? Remember, your love right now as the Empress is not confined to just your kids. All right? When you see there's love needed, you give it because you have it to give. That's mastered. All right? You treating yourself. 2 of Cups. I'm about to say Ace of Cups, Empress. You temperance. It's looking like you treat yourself. You go outside, or not even go outside. Whatever you buy, whatever you do, you're enjoying it. You're enjoying some sort of your money and your resources and your investments. That's mastered, because you got to do that. You got to feel good to give. Your wife, your trophy wife. What I want to know is this you? Is this your glow up coming from the Eight of Swords to this? That's what I want to know. I want to know, is this your glow up, or is this somebody wanting or just wishing that they could just be a part, like the Two of Cups? Like, I don't know if this is you in your glow up, or this is somebody wanting to be a part of that Two of Cups, like just wanting to be around it, around experiencing this good life, and, you know, just not really having the responsibilities, like restrictions. Spirit, which one is it? Is this the glow up of the Empress? All right, and this season and this new moon, they are to expect nothing but success and power moves and recognition, and be rewarded with, like, again, like trophy, like you have mastered all these skills? Or is this somebody wanting to be a part of the Two of Cups with the Empress in this energy that she's receiving now? That's what I'm kind of like, I don't know, because this is the only card that is like opposing this energy. So I'm like, is it just one person and God is saying, you done transformed, you done added temperance, whatever choices you done incorporated, whatever routines, whatever healthy habits, whatever money moves, whatever profession, you done alchemized from not even wanting to be living no more to actually living. Or this is somebody that want to be a part of that Two of Cups and shares it with you. Spirit, give me more on that question, please, and thank you. And we're going to close out. Oh, Judgment. Oh, they under judgment. Hold on, Spirit. Give me more on this. Or, like, I'm just getting two energies. For some of you guys, it's just going to be two energies. Some of you guys was at that stage in life, all right? And y'all been using tarot, y'all been using herbs, y'all been using just natural ways to heal from feeling like your life is over, because you've taken on permanent responsibilities now. And it worked because it helped you make the right judgment. It helped you feel more loved and connected. It made you probably realize you're not by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you may have took the judgment of your higher self in the time of healing. You know what I'm saying? Being kind to yourself, having a new baby, or having Zorgs, or just, you know, taking on new responsibilities require you to adjust. And sometimes it's hard. But look at the end results, if it's that. And if it's not that, because I just keep getting switch energy. If it's not that, somebody is under judgment because they wasn't doing that. Somebody is under judgment because they wasn't taking the card seriously, or whatever readings that they was getting, if they were getting any. They weren't taking the messages seriously. They probably was just doing whatever that they was doing that to feed their flesh, but didn't realize it was creating permanent responsibilities. And now they are forced to witness the glow up of a true empress that is embodying and have mastered all of the skills to be an empress. All right, really able to walk in the shoes of an empress, really able to brag. All right, it's like, empress, you earned your bragging rights. You can't just call yourself an empress because you got a baby or you a woman, right? A woman, no. So you earned your bragging rights. And right now, it's either you blew up because you took your own advice, you stepped in, you started to, heal yourself through these cards and making the right judgment calls, okay? And taking things more seriously and adding more structure in your life. Or somebody wasn't. Somebody was playing around. All right, I'm hearing this could have been us. This could have been y'all. This could have been y'all. And it's not a letdown to the empress, because everywhere the empress goes, abundant flows. All right? Literally, she's going to find people. She's not, and that's a big part of the empress. She's not really worried about celebrating by herself. She's not really worried about, continuing on her journey without people. Because she works so hard to experience this life. She's so open to meeting new people. She knows. So this could have been y'all. This could have been y'all. And you have evolved into this. This is what's to expect. As we are entering this new moon tomorrow, you will be celebrating some sort of major accomplishment. All right. The role that you've played, the performance, your performance has won, has stole the show, has influenced the masses. All right. You might even take yourself out for drinks. It's looking like tarot done help you, Empress, make the right judgments. You might even be a tarot reader. And the other person, this could have been y'all. This could have been them. But they didn't really want to, after a while, they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the responsibilities of a true Empress. That's what I'm saying. It looks good. These nice houses, us beautiful women, clothes, cars. Yeah, we're taking pictures of it, baby, but I still gotta pay my rent, okay? I still gotta, the grass I just told you I was like $200. Like, I make it look good. And I don't mean I don't want to pay it, but if I didn't have to pay, I would be really, really happy. So don't ever want my life and not be ready. You can want my life, but be prepared. All right, to deal with these dogs. And let me tell you, they all spoil you. But you know what I'm trying to say. All right, be prepared to do the work and not just want to live the life because what's on display, what's being on display. All right, this could have been y'all, the Two of Cups. That's who it is. So I love you guys and thank you. This was a cool and dope reading.